All right, so lots of the parts of the country have been dealing with severe weather over the weekend, and it's had a serious impact in Kerry, particularly in Tralee, where the roof of the Tralee Sports Complex collapsed due to the weight of snow this morning. Within the complex, there's swimming pools, gym, handball courts, and it's also home to the Super League basketball team in Tralee, Garvey's Warriors. Now, Kieran Donaghy, as I'm sure plenty of you are aware, plays with the Warriors, and he's with us on the line. Kieran, look, firstly, the most important thing is that nobody was hurt in this, but you've been down around the centre and you've been talking to people involved. Just how badly damaged is it?
I would say if it was a car, be kind of rode off really,
right.
And the hall's in really bad shape. I think the swimming pools and the two swimming pools are okay, thanks be to God. They got a major uplift. I know Finbar there, the general manager, has put a huge amount of work in getting the place. It's really improved in the last number of years under his guidance, and it's kind of total devastation around the kind of basketball and handball courts, and some of the dressing rooms there as well have been affected. So not a pretty sight now this morning, I must say.
Devastating as well for the basketball and handball communities within Tralee. I understand that the complex is almost 50 years old, but that it's undergone a huge amount of work in recent years to upgrade it. What sort of impact is this going to have on the community? Presumably, what's going to be a prolonged closure of the basketball and handball courts?
Yeah, I would say it'll be a long time before it's kind of like, it has to be kind of, I suppose, cleaned up. They have to assess it. They have to put out a tender. They have to get somebody to get in and build it. I know we got new hoops and new flooring, new bleachers in the basketball hall to help with the crowds that we get for the games in the complex. So I'd say it'll be a long time before we're back in there as a Super League club. I know the committee, we're meeting tonight. I'm also part of the committee in the club, and we're meeting tonight to try and discuss, places to train for the team, because it's our base. The players love it, the club love it. It's the kind of spiritual home of basketball in Tralee over the last 30 or 40 years. But look, as you said at the start, thanks to the God that this happened at 10 to 6 in the morning. There was nobody in there. There was nobody injured. But for those communities in terms of handball and the basketball club, but my daughter goes to gymnastics up there. There's birthday parties in there. It's a real kind of hub of the community. And it's going to be a long while, Nathan, before I'd say they can get that reopened. A lot of hurdles to jump through until then.
We've spoken to you before about what you and the basketball have done in Tralee over the last few years and the amount of work that's gone in. You've 350 seats, you get DJs in, you got the music, you got the lights, you got the full-on experience. You turned it into a real social outlet and a real social hub for the town.
Yeah, no, we've worked hard as a club, certainly, to get the complex rocking and get at a place where, most opposing teams always say that their favourite away game is in Tralee. A lot of the teams that stay down, including Killester, who were there Saturday night. Paul Dick, one of our former players, they beat us in the complex Saturday night. They stayed down afterwards. And yeah, no, it's in terms of for us as a club, it's just about, and I know there's people, reaching out, and we're in talks with people already over other halls and stuff. But yeah, the complex experience was, and the atmosphere we were able to create inside that hall was magical over the last 8 years since the club, or 9 years since the club was brought back together. But yeah, it's going to be a busy week trying to organise trainings and trying to make sure our players can get training. I think they're third now in the Super League, and there's 7 games, and I think we had 3 or 4 home games left in that. So trying to find alternative venues and trying to keep the atmosphere and keep the buzz that we can do. And, we're exploring all options now to try and make that a possibility, because it's an important outlet for a lot of the community in Tralee. The basketball community is huge in Tralee. And yeah, it's something that people love going to on a Saturday night in the complex to watch the Garvey's Warriors. And hopefully we can try and get something resolved as quickly as possible. But as I said, the main concern now is that, one, that nobody was injured, and two, that we just need to find somewhere to get the players back training.
And listen, it's all relatively new. This only came to light first thing this morning as to what had happened. Have you heard from different people within the game in Kerry as to what you might be able to do, what facilities might be available for training and for playing those matches that are still remaining in the Super League season?
Yeah, there's, the MTU above have a fabulous hall, but like we'll probably have to see in terms of availability, because we'd always have the complex. The minute the schedule comes out, we book the complex on whatever Saturday nights we need it, and the busy schedule of the new Super League season. There's a lot of back-to-back games and midweek games, local midweek games and stuff that we have to look at now. But like even all the people that work there, the thoughts of the staff this morning getting ready to go to work, it's devastating for them in terms of how long they might be out of action. So yeah, look, it's a tough morning, but from a sport point of view, we'll get on and we'll get over it. But in terms of the people working there, the management of the place and the focus on trying to get it back up and running now will be key for those people moving forward. For us as a team, we just have to figure out. I've no doubt we'll figure it out. We'll try and work our way around it, but yeah, trying to get bums on seats, which is a big thing in Super League basketball, because there's a big expense to funding the team. Our sponsors do an awful lot for us, but our gate is quite important to us as well. So we'll have to try and come up with a way to see, can we get a hall that can accommodate the amount of people that want to go and see the Warriors on a Saturday night. So that'll be the focus probably moving forward. Yeah,
a lot of work ahead, and as you say, I'm sure a huge shock to an awful lot of people in Tralee when they woke up this morning and the news started coming through.
Yeah, no, it's kind of shock and devastation for everybody, as I said, that works there and that uses the facility, because it's much more than just the Garvey's Tralee Warriors home. It's home for all the handball and racquetball players in Tralee. It's, people use it as a gym. It's got a brand new gym there with excellent facilities in it. There's loads of other people use it, during week. It's linked to the college and the South Campus up there as well. So, there is a lot of it, but ultimately, thanks be to God, look, nobody was hurt. This could have been absolutely, completely devastating if God forbid, if anybody happened to be in the hall when it happened. And it is a whole old hall. It was coming up to 50 years old, and yeah, the snow down here. I changed about 24 sets of clothes yesterday on my kids with the amount that they were in and out of the snow. But yeah, we've never seen snow like it. I certainly haven't in my lifetime, but even talking to uncles and that of mine, they never came across the amount of snowfall that we got, between Saturday night and yesterday. So, yeah, it's kind of, I suppose, unforeseen circumstances in it, but yeah, it's a tough one to take, and certainly puts probably a lot of pressure on a lot of families, and as us as a club, it's just about getting the facilities to train and play over the remainder of the season. There's 2.5, 3 months to go in the season, so there's a good bit of work to do with that.
Listen, thanks a lot for taking the call. I know you're busy, and I know, as you say, you got meetings already this evening, and you're getting offers, and you're talking to different people, and as you say as well, there's a lot of families affected by this. So, Kieran, very best of luck with everything.
Thanks, Nathan. Mind yourself.